So you have an overnight guest coming to stay the night, or maybe you're looking for new ways to make someone's visit to your home feel even more comfy and cozy. Either way, I've got your back. Today, I'm running you through my entire process from start to finish on how I set up for an overnight guest, whether it's just night, maybe they're staying for a week, whether it's friends, family, out-of-town relatives. And this works out perfectly time-wise because my mom is coming to visit me this weekend to stay the night. So this whole setup has to be mom ready. Hi, I'm Jess. Welcome to episode 1 of my new hosting series, and let's get to work. I'm going to show you guys a little tour of my guest space. So first and foremost, this is my husband's work from home office. So we have his desk area that just stays in place. Nothing changes when we have guests. Additionally, we have a queen size guest bed in here, which used to be my sister-in-law's when she lived in a different apartment. She was going to get rid of it. So we were like, ooh, we'll take it and we'll keep it for guests. We also have a lamp and an accent chair that doesn't really size-wise fit in the space, but you work with what you've got and it works just fine. We're also lucky enough to have an ensuite full bathroom, which is really nice for guests because they have their own little nook. And it's also really nice for guests like grandparents or even my mom, so they don't have to climb stairs every time they want to use the bathroom. Finally, there's also a closet, which mostly functions as a storage closet, but there's some space that a guest can use. No matter the space that your guest will be staying in, it is crucial to clean. The first thing I like to clean, a good vacuuming sesh, is crucial. Next, onto the bathroom, which is the perfect opportunity to thank today's sponsor, Blueland. I'm going to be using their products to help spruce up the bathroom. Blueland uses no single-use plastics in any component, and all refills are 100% plastic-free. Now to bring these to life, all you have to do is grab your Forever bottle. You're going to take warm to hot water. You can go directly from the sink. I just have a measuring cup because I wanted to be in this background. So we're just here for the aesthetics. And you're going to... Wow, aesthetics, Jess. And here we are. Now we're taking our packet. Now we let it sit until it fully dissolves, and in the meantime, let's do the others. And just like that, our multi-surface is ready to go. Personally, I love being able to refill with just these little tablets, and I love the idea of cutting down on plastics. Like, then I don't have to buy a new cleaning product every time I run out. I just get a tablet, refill my bottle, and put the tablet in. It's so easy and so much more convenient. Blueland's refill tablets start at $2.25, and you can also do a subscription type service where you can save an additional 10%. And with my link, you can also save an extra 15% off. So if you want to check out Blueland, the products that I shared, and take advantage of that 15% off, make sure to head to my link down in the description box. Once everything's cleaned, I move on to step 2, which is stocks and restocks. Basically, this just means I go around and I check if anything needs to be refilled, restocked, if something is not there that needs to be there, and I make sure it's there. Things like hand soap, hand towels. In the shower caddy, I have shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and then I also leave some space empty and open in case they have any products of their own that they'd like to keep in the shower, like a cleanser or exfoliator, etc. and so forth. And of course, you want to make sure there's a fresh trash bag, your toilet paper is in stock, and there's one extra just in case. Next is probably my favorite section with my most tips and tricks. Now let's talk about how to make the coziest bed that your guests are going to love. First things first, if you have an actual mattress, you want to make sure you use a mattress cover. Mattresses are not cheap, and you want to make sure you protect your investment. Accidents happen, things happen. If something spills, you can just take off the mattress protector, wash that, and it's so much easier for cleanup. So you want to make sure your mattress has that extra layer of protection. Now comes time for the fitted sheet. If you have ever wondered how the heck to fold a fitted sheet, let me share my knowledge. You're going to lay it out relatively flat. And because there are no exact edges, the key is to create edges. You're going to fold a portion in from each end. I do about this width for a queen size. And once you have those edges, you can just fold the sheet as you would normally. Onto the flat sheet. Now, a really fun favorite tip that I have that I learned from my mother-in-law last summer is probably one of my favorite bed making and guest decorating techniques. So we take our flat sheet, and I'm using a different pattern flat sheet than the fitted sheet because I like a little contrast. I love a mixing of prints, and I also feel like this sheet showcases this tip really well. So we are going to lay it print side down, the opposite of how you would normally lay it. And make sure your flat sheet is pulled all the way to the top. Now we're going to move on to our comforter or duvet and lay that right over top. Now you're going to fold down the lip of your comforter or duvet, and you're going to take the top of your flat sheet and fold it right over top. This just gives the cutest little accent, and it's so fun when you have like a print or a fun pop of color, and it's just the most fun touch. I love it so much. Now time for pillows. So personally, I like to have 4 pillows for my guests. I do 2 regular pillows and then 2 kind of like decorative pillows, if you will. Scratch decorative pillows. I'm gonna say accent pillows. There are still body sleeping pillows, but with a different pillowcase. Now, while you don't have to have 4 pillows, I would recommend like at least 2 and you feel nice and comfortable, especially if you have 2 guests, whether they're in the same bed or if you have 2 separate people staying with you at the same time, maybe 2 different family members, 2 different friends, then each person has a pillow and you don't have to do like a last minute dash to Target to buy a pillow. You just have the 2 pillows. At places like Target, you can get pretty affordable options for pillows in the range of $5 to $7. You can always spend more if you want higher quality pillows, but those ones are just fine and get the job done. So I have 2 lengths of pillows. This one is about 3 or 4 inches shorter than this one width-wise. On my shorter pillows, I do my decorative accent pillows. So I use the pillowcases that match the comforter. And then on my longer pillows, I have found that I run into the issue oftentimes, and I'm sure some of you guys have dealt with the same issue, where your pillowcase is just a little bit shorter than your pillow. And it shows the pillow on the open end. And no matter how much tugging and pulling and adjusting and squishing, it still eventually shows. Now my tip, my hack for you guys, we're gonna take a plain white pillowcase and we're gonna put this on. And now where the open end is, where the pillow is showing, we're gonna take the external pillowcase and put it over top of that. So now the open end of your pillowcase will just show the closed end of the other pillowcase. I just like it for a little bit more uniformity. I like when the pillowcase is not exposed through the end. I think it just looks nice. And lastly, for our pillow stacking, we have our 2 regular pillows in the back, our 2 accent pillows in the front, and then I really like to do a little throw pillow in the front. I usually swap the throw pillow for whatever's seasonal to that time of year, but I also have this Tom Nook pillow that I throw in for anybody who likes Animal Crossing as a fun little something as well. One additional thing that I always like to have is an extra blanket at the foot of the bed, whether it's on the bed laid out as a throw or folded at the foot or even on the little armchair. I just like to have an extra blanket available because I know I run cold and I really appreciate when there's an extra blanket that I can snag. Also at the foot of the bed, I put the guest towels and washcloths depending on how long they're staying and if it's a single person or a couple. And the last thing I do in the bed making zone is I place out a little makeshift nightstand. This usually doesn't live here because this is my husband's work from home office and it doesn't make sense for this to be here, but when we are having a guest, I pull out this little table that I usually have plants on, place it next to the bed, and add a couple coasters. And the last section, all the extras. All the things that aren't necessary, but definitely make the biggest difference and make a guest feel extra special. These are all things that I personally like to do and have on hand for guests. None of this is necessary. These are all just bonus, nice extras to have and a place for you to get inspiration for things that you might like to have for your guests or honestly, yourself in your own bathroom. Over the last several years, we've had many guests stay with us, and especially being in LA, we get friends and and family who are coming to visit theme parks and plan to go sightseeing. We've had out of town family, quick visit family, people coming for weddings and different events, and sometimes friends for just a cozy sleepover or crashing for the night on a long trip back home. So because of this, I like to have a wide array of things available to people to help make their visit and stay at my home feel comfy and cozy and welcoming. I always just really want my guests to feel comfortable and for things to be and feel really easy. I never want someone to feel awkward or not to ask for something more, common of course, just because they don't want to feel like they're being a bother. So these are just the easy, common things that I like to keep stocked and available just in case to make someone's visit to my home feel that much more comfortable. I never had any sort of experiences like this growing up, and I actually was never even allowed to have friends come over because it was a distraction from school. Growing up, I also never had a space that really felt like mine, nor one that felt particularly comfy or cozy or complete. So now, being an adult with my own space, it brings me such joy to have created that for myself and to be able to extend that to my friends and family. I also never learned anything in the realm of hosting growing up, so as I've gone through my 20s, all things hosting, dinner parties, get-togethers, and guests has just been very learn as I go. And that's what my new hosting series is all about. Me sharing all of my tips and hacks and techniques that I've learned over the years so you can have that knowledge as well. So if you've enjoyed this video and you want to see more, make sure you like this video and subscribe for future episodes. I also do fashion and styling and just like general good vibe, good life kind of things. Well, thank you so much for watching today's video, and thank you to Blue Land for sponsoring this video. Again, if you want to check them out, a link is below, and make sure to use that link to get that 15% off. If you have any hosting overnight guest tips or favorite little tidbits that you like to do, please share those in the comments. I always love reading what you guys have to share, and there's always so much we can learn from each other. And if you have any topic requests in the realm of all things hosting for future episodes, please share those below as well. And finally, if you want to see more from me, you can find me on both TikTok and on Instagram at Neistadt, and I hope to see you over there. On that note, that is officially it for me. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope you have the most wonderful rest of your day. I love and appreciate you all so very much, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye guys.